And before I turn on the comments, I would like to go over what I'm looking at to start this Saturday morning, as it's about 9:10 a.m. The last few weeks, I've started off with the live on Saturday and Sunday morning instead of just doing an update, since it's very hard for me to do a live on Saturday during the day or Sunday, just, it's the weekend. So I try to do the live Saturday and Sunday morning. It's a change of what I normally do during the week by doing my lives at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But at the same time, it keeps us all in tune, it keeps us involved, and it keeps us on the right track. Right now, we see XRP just over $2.46. I have slight exposure to XLM and XRP in the leverage side. I have a stop loss at 45 cents on XLM. It's about a $65, $70 risk, but it's already up right now. Or 35 cents, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. No, 45 cents is the stop loss. Yeah, that's what I meant. 45. And then on XRP, I have it like $2.30. And XLM's up like 12, 13%. XRP's up about 5, 6% right now. So nothing major, but I've been watching these pattern setups, and obviously I'm a spot holder, but I like to sometimes gain a little extra leverage, on the long side of the market when it looks like there's potential. And with what's coming tomorrow with the Brad Garlinghouse 60 Minutes meeting, last week was FUD, this week it's confirmed. So he'll be on 60 Minutes, so are we expecting $3 this weekend? This breakout right here, so we've already gotten over $2.41 in the recent time as it's consolidated overnight. The technical target out of this breakout is $3.04. So if we do break out of this, we've got a breakout target of $3.04, and it's actually a pretty cool little setup here. Whoops. It's a nice setup. We had a nice double bottom on about 214. We had a triple bottom, which took place on about $2 and what was that, 222 area? 222. Here, I'll show you. And this is measured right onto these to where I think it probably triple bottom there, which it's playing out perfectly right now. So if you look at this, support at 222, resistance, support at 222, resistance, support. It actually hit here like 4 times. The one time came through and it upheld this uptrend. The inverse head started at about 217 on this chart, 222, 222, to an inverse head, to an inverse right shoulder at 222, 222, 222, 217. And we played it that way. And now a breakout here, the technical target, because it broke out a little bit farther down, it's like 301 instead of 304. So 301, because of where it ended up breaking out. If it would have broke up a few cents higher, but it came down a little bit more consolidated, which is actually very nice. And that technical target gets you right about, let's just call it $3. That target's $3 out of that short-term consolidation. But we have higher ambitions here as well. So don't think that's the final target, but that is something we're going to have to clear to get past this space. So we'll just tighten this up a little bit to $3 just because of where we broke out. Although on the USDT, you'll see it's slightly higher. So USDT, it's going to be just a tad bit higher than we had on USD. Because that's the perpetual. We'll have the futures market. You know what? It's not that big of a difference. Yeah, they're both $2.99. Never mind. What do I know? And that wasn't even the... So, and then with XLM, very excited about this pennant flag setup. So we'll talk about XRP and XLM a lot in this live. It's a fantastic setup right now. Pennant flag is defined by going in off of the bullish breakout. It creates a flagpole, and then you have successive lower highs and higher lows at the same time. So basically, all a higher high or lower low is, or lower high and a higher low is we came up. This is your high on the pattern. We came back down to support. Our next push up was slightly lower, and then this is the low of support. After the resistance, the next push up was higher. So you have lower high. So you have a high and a lower high, high and a higher low. Lower high. You have a high and a lower high, and then you have here's your low and a higher low. So you have a lower high and a higher low successfully during the consolidation. That creates a pennant flag. That's one of the most bullish consolidations you will ever find after a flagpole. If it were to break down, it's pretty bearish. So if we lose that 46-cent mark in recent terms, so you can actually upgrade the stop loss. Right now it's about 46 instead of 45 because we've come up from here. I still like to keep it a little bit below just in case. But anyhow, if that were to break through, you'd have the uptrend at about 40 cents now. Yesterday was about 38 and a half. It's going to continue to move up as we go, but I fully anticipate to see us up here at 58. And then on a pennant flag, if it plays true, it's telling us before it breaks out, it's telling us it's super bullish consolidation, and it should be a bullish continuation, assuming we don't fall into a channel, which is something that I started here just so we could see if it falls back. And you can, obviously it did that, but just in case it wanted to come down, we can see maybe the starting of it. So I like to just, just in case it wants to do that. But right now it's taking the upward path. There's no reason to have this. And as you can see, when it comes through, it hits that uptrend where X marks the spot anyhow. So just make sure you pay attention to XLM on that pennant flag. If it breaks out, it's 98 cents. And I remember we were buying it at 8 cents. And now looking at it at 49 cents saying, holy crap, everybody's asked me if they should buy it at 49 because it's not a bad price. It's much wider than the 3 to 1. It's supposed to be about 3.3 to 3.7 to 1 at most when it comes to the XLM versus XRP ratio, or the XRP to XLM ratio. Right now, as you can see, we're at about 50 cents, 49 cents. XRP is close to 250. So, I mean, you're talking about a pretty big differential here. So 50 cents goes into 250. 50 to $2 is 4. So, I mean, you're talking about like a 5 to 1 differential right now from 50 to 250. And you're at 49 to 247, so that makes up the difference right there. It's like a 500%. It's like a 5 to 1 differential. If XLM was up at like $1 and XRP was at 3, that would make sense. It would make perfect sense. But XRP looks like it's going to get very hot. When it comes to this 60 minutes, there's a lot of catalysts here. So I don't know. I have a little extra exposure. It could cost me about $90 between the two with XLM and XRP. It's only a total of about $400 total dollars, which seems like a lot. Sometimes it is. It's a $2,000 totality trade. And that's just part of what I do in leverage. So if you're copy trading, you're part of that, and you're going to have to eat it if it goes down, just like I am. So if you're a part of that, you will eat it with me. Or if it goes up, you will eat with me, so to say. It's good to see Bitcoin consolidating a little bit here this morning. But it always makes me interested to see how the market's going to follow it. So we're going to go through a lot of information on this morning. I'm going to the farmer's market soon, so I've got about 45 minutes in totality here. We've got the XRP news today as XRP and $3 in SEC's hand. And now we have a Bitcoin spot ETF holdings past Satoshi, which I don't even care about that. What I really care about is right here. We had the 22,018,660 XRP stun, world's largest crypto exchange. So we'll talk about that. And then we can definitely, we're definitely waiting to see what happens here. With the Ripple CTO, Brad Garlinghouse is set to appear on CBS Renowned 60 Minutes program on Sunday, December 8th. So that's definitely something that we're looking out for. So make sure to hit that like button as I go through the intro, help expand this audience. It's not required for you to do it. So if you don't want to hit it, obviously, that's up to you. If you don't like what I'm doing or you don't appreciate the work, or if it's just not hitting home, there's no reason to hit the like button. So that is completely up to you. So good morning, 9:18 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Saturday, December 7th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So before I even turn the comments on, I mean, I don't know how many people are going to be here on this Saturday morning. It's pretty early. But before I even turn the comments on, I want to touch base on two things real quick that we need to talk about. One is don't forget about that partnership between Jasmine and IOTX. They're doing the D-Pin. They're partnering up with that, so continue to gain exposure. Jasmine's like the Bitcoin of Japan, so I've been gaining exposure to it. It's pretty close to filled now. Kanto, I have my exposure because of somebody in the audience over the past 2 months that wouldn't leave me alone. So I'm just putting everything on the red list that I have exposure to that is outside my norm. So like NMR, Jasmine, and Kanto, they were not in my norm, but they are now the last several months. VeChain and ZIL, DGB, IOTX, and IOTA are obviously part of my own plan, but those bottom three were because of the audience. So, I've gained exposure. VELO is because of somebody in the audience for the last almost 2 years telling me, hey, you got to pay attention in the bear market. So I did. And now it's jumped nice. So anyhow, XRP at $2.47. Looking pretty good here. We're breaking out of this consolidation bullishly. It looks like we have an inverse head and shoulders that started. Got the inverse left shoulder, inverse head, inverse right shoulder. Breaking out of the consolidation. Target would be $3.01. Actually, about $3, we'll call it. But that's the technical target on a push-up here. So that is where we stand right now. That is as boldly as I can break it down for everybody. XDC's been doing phenomenal. Like I said yesterday, it needed a pullback. Some people told me in the audience that it wasn't going to pull back, but, you know, it comes up to 11 cents. You have to have some kind of pullback. It came down to 9.3. That's a beautiful consolidation. If it comes down anymore, it would probably retest 8.6 cents, but not necessary. It had a a 13.3% retracement. So that's the other reason. There's the other logic why when you see it at 10.8, almost 11 cents, you don't chase it. And then by just being patient, you wait for that first pullback, and then you got it 13.5% cheaper. And then it's already pulled back almost 6%. So you could be up 6% if you waited for that pullback. But I mean, it's got much higher ambitions here over time. XDC's got much higher ambitions. 12.6 and 15 cents in the short term. Looks like it's flagging out here. I would not be surprised if it back tests the pattern breakout that it was stuck in for some time. So, but it's already consolidated a lot. So if it doesn't come back to 8.3, so be it. But that would be a logical error if it continued to break down. V-Chain, I know it looks like it's down at 6.6%, but yesterday was up 38%. So, you know, it's going to have a little retracement. Same thing with VELO. VELO's down 6%, but it was up like 30% yesterday. So a mild retracement. Yesterday it was fighting for just over 2 cents. Today it's fighting for just over 3 cents. So big movements have happened in the last 24 hours for VELO, HBAR, even IOTA is back trying to claw its way back to 50 cents. It was back down to like 37 not too long ago. And then on this consolidation before the breakout again, IOTA was back down to like 41, 42. So it's came up to 55, consolidating, and now it's starting to push back up a little bit. Another one that consolidated heavy last night was this. It was down like 25% overnight. XRP Healthcare. Went all the way back up to... Oh, I didn't see this. Oh, wasn't that a shame that it did this overnight? It went up to 40 cents overnight. That was what I was waiting for, that push back up. Well, that is a shame. That is a shame. Hopefully it doesn't pour out now, but that is exactly what I was waiting for. I hope that doesn't contribute a double top here for XRP Healthcare. Damn, I was waiting for that. I wanted to watch that push in real time. I don't think it's done yet. As you can see in the 30, it's starting to reverse back up. It went from 15 to almost 20 again. But that was a tremendous push last night. Too bad I was sleeping. Yeah, that went up like 100%. Retraced 120 from where it was at. Which, obviously, it's not 120. But it retraced and gave all of it back, plus 20%. And now it's starting to push up again. This should be interesting with XRP Healthcare. There's ultra volatility. I like seeing that. There's such a little token value. Such a small circulating supply. So anyhow, let me get the comments on. Did you find out about XDC? Which platform you're researching? The problem is every time I try to use it, sometimes it lets USA, sometimes it doesn't. I know HOTCOIN supposedly next week is supposed to have XDC, which I've been asking them to do for like 5 months, and they kept rejecting. So hopefully next week it will be on HOTCOIN and Spot as they promised. But it's very difficult in the USA unless you want to use Uphold, which I don't trust anymore. Yeah, I'm loving XRP Healthcare too, Mo. I really, really am. The ABC. I'd settle for other. XRP will pump tomorrow. But I mean, I could see it pumping today too. I could see it leading into tomorrow, but I could see a lot of consolidation here. That's why I decided to do a live on Sundays now instead of just the update, just to kind of try to get everybody better involved. But we do have a nice reversal here at about $2.38, which is very important. And if we roll out of here, the target's $3. So I want to see this play out, and I want to see it break up here. I want to see XLM finally prove that this is a pennant flag. I know we haven't hit 3 times on each side, but we have. We kind of did hit 3 times if you look at it in the small. But anyhow, I want to prove that this is a pennant flag. So if this happens, I really think that something special could happen here. I really think something special could happen here. So we'll see. It's going to take some patience. Like I said, on a little 5x trade on XRP, I have a stop loss at $2.30. It's like 28 bucks. And then on XLM, I have a small 5x trade as well. That's been open for the last day and a half. And that's at 45 cents the stop loss. You could up it to 46 now because that uptrending support's at like 46 and a half now. But that's just something I've had added exposure. Could cost me like $90. So if you're part of the leverage trading, you've got some risk this morning. If you're not, you're fine. I already have all my spot, but I like to sometimes gamble a little bit myself. Let's see. Bitcoin at 99,371. Yesterday we talked about on this, if you're not a part of yesterday, you wouldn't know, but we talked about how this looked like it was an ascending wedge. And a lot of people thought it was going to break down out of it, but I disagreed because it had this channel above. So the channel was a much longer formation than just the ascending wedge, like as far as where it started the resistance. So now it looks like we're just trying to back test this. And we talked about this yesterday. If it back tests and holds 98,500 on that ascending wedge, I mean, we still haven't fulfilled the short target of 106. And we still haven't fulfilled the technical target out of that cup and handle, multi-year cup and handle. The depth of the cup got us up to 122. So Bitcoin, for all intents and purposes, hasn't finished out this technical move. So we'll see if it really does want to finish it. It's an interesting start to the day today, is all I'm going to say. Because we went overnight, we had beautiful consolidations, and nothing gave way. We've got VeChain this morning trying to reverse course. It's up about 1%. If you remember last night, when we came down here, we broke out of this short-term uptrend, and it ends up creating a wider pattern. And watch this. Almost like a pennant flag setup now that we have the evidence. And I love when we get the evidence and we don't have to speculate. Because now if you watch this, it's so crazy how this started setting up. And I've been watching this since last night, how this was starting to develop. And I'm like, ooh, that might be a pennant flag. And like, it's a downtrending resistance, uptrending support. On a flag consolidation, if you break this into the higher time frames, you can see it a little bit better with VeChain. I mean, I don't want to say it's a pennant flag, but with everything I've come to know in the market and understanding technical analysis, you don't even have to go back there. We can go farther right here and actually see that it's set up, and then you can pull it farther back. But look at that. That's a perfect consolidation if this breaks out. Even created an inverse head and shoulders there. I don't know if I'm shadow banned or not, but I can't worry about it. Oh, good. I'm glad the comment came in. I didn't know if the comments were shadow banned or not. But that looks like an inverse head and shoulders there as well. Really does. So if you're a fan of VeChain, which I mean, I don't know if you own it, but we were buying it at 2.6 cents. So it's moved up a pretty big amount. Just like ZIL was at 1.5 when we bought it. You know, HBAR was at 4.8 cents. DGB was at 0.006, 7, and 8. XLM was at 8 cents. XRP was at 34 cents. IOTA was at 17 cents. VELO was at 0.009. You know, we can go on and on and on, but this is the point where you don't worry about the market up and down right now. If you're in it for the long haul and you've been in it since before the bull market started, you don't have to worry. Canto, Jasmy, those are ones to look at. These are things that people from my audience have forced me to look into. And I have, 20,000 Canto, 20,000 Jasmy, 100 NMR. VeChain, I have 20,000 plus. ZIL, I have 100,000. DGB, 300,000. IOTX, 20,000. IOTA, or 30,000 for IOTX. IOTA, 11,000. But it's like, I've been planning on this for a long time, and I didn't want to buy this when everything was going up. So I invested nicely in the bear market, and now we're reaping the rewards. How high can VeChain go? Well, VeChain has a big upper. I'm not saying like it's, oh my God, it's going to $800. But if you look at VeChain's past, I think it's very wise to say, hey, there's no reason why VeChain can't retest these areas at all. At all. You know, back in 21, it got up to 18 here, but it also got up to 25 cents for its all-time highs in April of 21. I want to get rid of all of this so you guys can see the totality of this pattern. I've only shown really the short term on this chart, but if you actually look at this in the long term, this is much like a lot of the other ones that have this underperforming multi-year asset depreciation And it looked like it was setting up for one grand move in the future. And I think we're in that grand move. I really do. I feel like we're in a super cycle here with crypto. And I think it's already proven itself to be. We're making moves in crypto that usually take years. We're making in days, if not hours. The big move up to the consolidation down of having 50, 70, 100% moves and 50% consolidations within a matter of 6 hours. And then ready to move up and fire again. Like, that's what we're having right now. And like, the beauty of doing this live is I can bounce out from this to that, to this, to that. And if somebody gets offended, they can just leave. And if somebody's interested, they can stay. But at least I can do it in the image that I believe in. And then I can start showing stuff like this, like VeChain. I'm only showing the top right now, but look how it broke out of this consolidation. The fact that if it breaks out of here like it has, and it plays true, we've got such higher targets here on most of these. Most of these are just the initial breakouts right now. Like, we're just to finish this initial move. I mean, you're talking about 9.6 cents out of this long-term consolidation. It's not a short consolidation. That's all the way from May of 2022. So, like, you're talking 2.5-year formations here. And ultimately, to get back up to these levels, these are very inspiring levels to where if you were actually adamant about where you wanted to sell back in 21 and where your goal was to buy in 24 or 23, it happened. And then some. Like, everything I thought was possible, it even came lower except for XRP. Yes, it came to 28 cents, but I really, if it would have broke that, I mean, you didn't want it to, but if it would have broke that wedge consolidation and went down to the next layer, we could have had a 12 cent or even 3 cent XRP, and we could have feasted. And that's what I was begging for. I wanted, from the bottom of my heart, to have 3 to 10 cent XRP, because then I knew to buy 100,000 tokens at 3 cents, you're talking about the same amount it would have cost you to buy 10,000 at 34. That's what I really wanted. I knew it probably was unlikely because of that uptrend at 28.5, which is where we feasted at first. But still, how's HOTCOIN doing? Oh, it's doing great, and she's going to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. She scammed the community out of, what, $3 million? Because people are, like I say, sex sells, and porn is a big problem. You know how many, some dude dropped $1 million into that token and lost it in like 10 minutes. But that's what I'm saying. Don't think with your top hat, you know, like, don't let that, the sex, I'm serious. That's what ruins things. People become addicted to porn. They become desensitized to their own sexual nature. They can't do it with their partner because they can't even get it up because they're watching too much porn. Is that familiar for any of you? I'm sure it is to somebody in the audience. But now, instead of that, they're buying with their Mr. Dingaling, you know, with their testicular fortitude, with Mr. T. And, you know, that's not the way to do it. And a lot of people got fleece heisted and shisted. So obviously, you're going to buy that garbage with no utility. I mean, people deserve it. But that's what happens. Just think about it. That's why porn ruins society. It's so free and so available. And then people just get so locked and loaded. No pun intended. Porn isn't the problem. The availability of it is, though. It may not be a problem for somebody who has self-control, but think about the 13, the 12-year-old, the 15-year-olds, who they just go on and all of a sudden they think that's normal. That's a big problem. That's a desensitizing America, the world. Depends on the porn. I disagree. I'm just saying, if you wanna have that kind of thing, you can have it with your partner. You can find it within an actual relationship, not the virtual world. But hey, for each their own. For each their own. Maybe I should create a token, the Dingaling token, and see how many people are Dingalings enough to buy it. You know, I often wanted to create a meme token myself and call it the Sunny Days token. I'm being serious. Jesus, I shouldn't have said anything. No, dog, you're... But no, you are right, though. You are right about it. It does depend. I'm not going to just say it's all of it. But yeah, you're right. You can use it to your advantage. There's no doubt about that. Spice things up. But as far as, like, I could rug pull an entire generation if I wanted to. I've had partnerships out the ass where people want me to push a meme token. And they want to give me, it's a 1 million circulating supply. And they're like, we'll give you half of it. It's like, oh, yeah. So I can rug pull my community and get thrown in jail with HOTCOIN. No, thank you. So, But real quick, before we get off topic, which we already have, let's talk about Ripple CEO on 60 Minutes. So Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse is set to appear on CBS's renowned 60 Minutes program on Sunday, December 8th. The episode is expected to highlight Ripple's ongoing efforts to secure regulatory clarity in the United States crypto market. I got a donation. Can you believe that, Julie? Ooh. Texas Splates sends a $4.99 donation. Says, laugh out loud, that real, but should out to all of you. Yeah. True. I mean, you're not wrong. Dogbite sends a $20 donation. Wow. 2 donations on this live this morning on Saturday when the market's a little bearish and the overtone. That's incredibly generous. So this discussion will most likely highlight the implications of Ripple's win against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. And remember, Ripple won that lawsuit. There was an amendment put in. They cannot overrule or supersede the ruling by Judge Annalisa Perez and flip it from not being a security. The only thing that's happening right now, and a lot of people are like, oh, they're going to switch it. It's still under lawsuit. BS. It's not a security. It never will be, and it never has been. Besides the FUD, the only thing that can happen is Brad Garlinghouse and the civil fine imposed on him and Chris Larson and the bunch can be raised. That's it. We don't care about a civil fine. Ripple's got plenty of money. They don't need to worry about a small civil fine. I send you $1 million spiritual money, and that's beautiful. Because if we can all awaken spiritually, don't forget to give thanks to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ on this most holy of days on Saturday. And you know, as they say, where more than one people preach the word of God, God becomes present. So we have the Lord with us this morning. So some people hate when I talk the spiritual side, but too bad. Ripple's legal battle with the SEC drew criticism toward the SEC chair, Gary Gensler. Industry leaders, amen, Jorge. Let's see, including, so let's read this again. Ripple's legal battle with the SEC drew criticism towards SEC Chair Gary Gensler. Industry leaders, including Solana co-founder Anatoly Yakovenko. The only Anatoly I like, Anatoly, is the one who is the smaller dude who can lift heavy weights, and he messes with the people in the gym that are the steroid guys. Makes me so, I love watching him. Have described the SEC's approach as restrictive and detrimental to crypto innovation. Crypto enthusiasts expect these concerns to feature prominently during the interview. And that was a big problem for me back in the day when I was a personal trainer at Bailey's. And I tried to do it at Powerhouse. And the steroid abuse at Powerhouse was something I've never seen before. Something I've never seen before at that level. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable how that place stayed around for so long. Anatoly is awesome. I'm glad somebody else. Shalom, Nikwan. I'm glad that you know about Anatoly, Rick, and thanks for being a very trusted mod. That is awesome. Very, very cool. Ripple CEO unveils key dates for XRP holders to look out for, which is always interesting. Crisis King indeed, Douglas. I love seeing when some people are spiritual in my comments. You can always, makes you feel something. The cryptocurrency landscape is, so we know the 60 minutes. Really in American politics has a new industry spent. What is this? Is this just like an intro, or is this something that's gonna... Oh, this is the Ripple swell.
And 2 others contributed $144 million.
Crypto for all of us.
Brad Garlinghouse's cryptocurrency company and 2 others contributed $144 million to support pro-crypto...
Or Saturday, I'm sorry.
Democrats running for...
I keep saying Sunday. It's on the 7th today. Why do I keep saying Sunday? Probably because the FUD last week said Sunday. But yeah, tonight on 60 Minutes. I don't know why I keep using that. Oh, I love it. Why you use fake weights? These aren't fake weights. These are real. And then he picks them up with one hand, like... Guys are struggling to pick up and deadlift with all this weight, and he goes over there and grabs it. I love his fake mop. For anybody who watches, I'm sorry, I'll replay this, but his fake mop, he carries it with one hand, and you got these guys that are so jacked up they can't pick up his mop. I can't imagine how much that thing weighs. It's so, yeah, the 100-pound mop. There you go, Corn. So that's so awesome.
It's 100 pounds and I can't.
Yeah, I see. That's now I'm being confused. Is it today or is it tomorrow with the 60 minutes? Because I put it in the title.
What's his name?
Brad, I'll just look it up. I got my, it's Brad Garlinghouse. I think it's today. I don't know. I gotta look. Hold on. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse says yes.
Sunday, December 8th.
Yeah, Sunday. See, we're not wrong. Sunday. I'm getting confused though. Sunday, December 8th. I think it's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if I'm not mistaken. So
Sunday night.
yeah, it's tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. So it depends on where you live though. I have people in my audience that they're a day behind me or a day ahead of me right now. So it could be on Saturday for some and Monday for others and Sunday for me.
No, I don't think it. I think
Peop-
since it's an American show, it'd probably be.
If I'm Sunday, there's people 12 hours behind me still. And then there's 12 hours in front of us too.
Oh yeah, I guess the West Coast.
So, no other countries, Julie, that are behind us. We've got people that are still behind us and people that are ahead of us, depending on where you're at.
I get confused. I figure everybody's in the future.
Well, we're in the future to
We're
like,
in the past.
well, we're in the past to like Greece.
And
In Greece, they're starting their next day now. So they're always like when I watch the Guru, he's always like talking about the market in past tense, and that's what I'm watching in real time. So it's kind of funny when people do that.
we're in
Let's take a look at this real quick too. I'd like to see the total liquidations of the crypto market while we're here together. 249 people watching, 100 likes, which is better than nothing. And you know, 35% likes is better than 0. Some people might not be happy this morning either because they want to see stuff move faster too. So, you know, but right now in the total crypto market so far today, you know, from last night at 1900 hours. So about the last 14 hours or so, we've had $91 million and $92 million in crypto liquidations, which means that 90 something million dollars, 93 million or 92 has found its way out of the crypto market and can no longer be in spot and has been liquidated back to the exchanges. To that point, we're looking at a possible signal that's already emerged here for XRP because it's broke out of this pattern consolidation, at least temporarily. That signal gets us to $3. Unfortunately, and this is a pet peeve of mine, it makes my skin crawl, $7 million worth of real money from real people like you and I. But real people like you and I, we lost $7 million to put in the spot because we were greedy, right? So $7 million has been liquidated out of XRP through just these major exchanges. Binance, OKX, Bybit, HTX, BitMEX, and CoinX. Now, I don't know why they have BitMEX, but 15 cents apparently was lost in shorts. Look at all the money in longs that were lost, but look how even it is. Yesterday, the shorts were getting hit. The day before, the longs were getting hit. Notice how you can do the math here. Longs get hit a few days, then shorts take a beating. It's almost that time for the great reversal for XRP. According to the leverage, we've got some money to be made from short traders now to go up. We've already feasted on the long traders the last 4 days roughly. The 2 to 3 days before that, we feasted on short traders. So, I mean, before you start taking long and shorts and leverage trades, think about how much money is about to exit the market. Are you going to be part of the money that exits the market and you can't even put it into a spot position? Shorts haven't purchased yet. I disagree with that. Shorts have absolutely purchased and they got destroyed. You've had better part of $200 million in shorts liquidated since about November 28th. So, oh, XRP has a massive cup and handle forming. And the actual cup, how big it is, if you want to look at the length of the cup with the big W, like a big time, and we'll go back to this in a sec, but a big time evaluation of this, and you're like, you know, this actually could get me a little excited here, right? Look at the entirety of this pattern. If you look at the, okay, well, this was actually a cup and handle that strategically made a big W. So look, down, around to the W with the midpoint, and the 2021 bull market or bear market rally came back around, creates the W imprint, and now if it comes up here, it creates a massive cup. That's a massive cup at all-time highs if you think about it. Down, swing, makes the W. That's like the biggest W in the history of Ws if it plays out. And this is my anticipation. If it comes up here to all-time highs, we back test the all-time high move. And then 299, if that's the target, you'd go 299 and then 357. Yeah, you're looking at the smaller cup, and we'll go into that. I'm just showing the big cup overall. I can show you the small cup, but I want to go from the outer to the in. So I like to go from the long time frames to the inner so you can see what's going on long term as we get into these decisive patterns. This is how we were able to formulate the cup and handle all the way down at 50 cents and know that we were going to $1.18, then $1.37, and then because of the descending wedge, 222 is the first big target. And then the major target's 549 because that's the major move out of the descending wedge, the technical full flow. Right now we do have a cut from right here if you're talking about the 290. We also have, I think that's probably where you're talking about. 290 area. How we came down like this, because I've too been watching this. And you could make a case that, you know, you could do something like that. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. I could be wrong, but I've been watching that too within this consolidation, thinking that that inversion that it created only played better to this. Only played better to this. But yeah, tomorrow is the 60 Minutes with Brad Garlinghouse. It sounds like it's about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on 60 Minutes. And now, is this a pump and dump? Is this going to end up being a pump and dump, or is this something that finally gets us into the $3 level? And you need catalysts for the first time since 2018. We have not touched $3 since 2018. We sniffed it for the first time in 6 years when we came up to 290. And we had a very beautiful consolidation. Not a lot of people think that. I think it was spectacular. Bitcoin's reversed by about 600 points up since we started this live, which is spectacular. We talked about the misreading by most, thinking that this was a bearish ascending wedge. Not realizing that we had a rising channel that still needed to be taken out. We still have targets that need to be taken out. If this created a W reversal right here, look out. Look out. Because one could argue that maybe very sneakily, boom, 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 and then out. I didn't feel like Bitcoin was bearish when it was making that rotation. And I sure as hell don't feel like it unless it breaks this wall down. I think Bitcoin, it's got 106,000 ahead of it, and 122,000 is the technical target out of the cup and handle. We've already fulfilled the cup or the handle target at $100 and 83,000 roughly. Actually, I think it was 89. But we fulfilled that target. That was 80, probably 89 roughly. But now the cup target is 122, so that's still unfulfilled. So until that becomes fulfilled, you know, we got a lot to look at. As far as the liquidation heat map, Bitcoin took out a lot of that liquidity, about 6 to 10 billion we talked about between 99,800 and 104K. But the beauty of this is the short traders never learn. They never learn that in a bull market, that 95% of the time, you're screwed. You are not supposed to short a bear or a bull market. You try to find the market top, and then you continue to find the market retracements, and it makes for easy long positions. We took out a lot of this capital, though. Remember we said it for the short traders, they'd be lucky to not get hammered. Look at all this liquidity that got taken out right here. There's billions of dollars in here. Billions. Look at 1.4 billion, 1.04 billion in one fair swoop of short traders at 100,250. Now you look up here, and it's like, do we have a lot of money up here? We got a couple hundred million per every 50 bucks. But we would have to get up. We need to get to 102,200 approximately. And then you got 200 million per level. Looks like a inverse setup there. Looks like it wants to play out. We had a huge wick down, and we took out all of these billions of dollars. So basically, we're kind of running in no man's land now. Now we're kind of free to do what we want. We took all these billions out. We took all these billions out. Let's see real quick, and then we'll go back to the chart. Let's see in the 1 week what kind of liquidity is piling up in the last week. When we get a better understanding of all this, we'll have a better understanding of where this is going. We just came down here, so I find it hard to believe that with that big liquidity scare, that we're not going to come up here and take out all that liquidity now. I got a bad feeling for short traders here. That was too big of a wick that came down, so just pay attention to that. been 40 minutes here, which is beautiful. XRP continues to roll higher slowly but surely, pushing that $2.48 mark. And for the record, my trade on XLM is around 47.8 cents that I took out. And this is the leverage I'm talking. And then for XRP, it was that $2.43 level, because that was the make it or break it zone. And once it started pushing through there, I woke up this morning and it was still there. And I already had the XLM trade, so I decided to add with the XRP leverage trade as well. I have both spot. I have spot for XRP and XLM that won't be touched for the years to come. But yeah, so that's what I'm looking at, and that's my approach this morning. If you have any feedback, I would love to hear it. But real quick, let me go into here before I forget. If you're looking to trade XRP worldwide, if you're looking to trade many of the other tokens you've seen me talking about, if you're looking to garner a little bit of leverage, if you're looking to just find an exchange that has what you're looking to offer, go to my homepage or the video description below of this video, and you can just click on my homepage and click here. You've got BITUNIX, and that's where I leverage trade. So that's where my XRP and XLM trades are. I do the copy trading there, but I don't talk about it anymore. So if you want that, you can look. Right now, we're currently up about $470 cumulatively overall, about getting close to 300%, if I'm being honest. Up in ROI, which is rollover on your investment. And then I have the only thing I have in spot on BITUNIX is AMP. And I don't even know why I keep it there, but for some reason I do. Probably because I like to swing it a lot. HOTCOIN, I have my VELO and my IOTA, which is very important for me. And they have good leverage too, no KYC or VPN on BITUNIX or HOTCOIN. They're a trading exchange. So you're not sending or receiving from a bank account. You're basically using it as a trading stop. I don't do a KYC there. The only place I do a KYC is crypto.com. And I have a slew of things on there that I've only talked about a few of them, but I guess I can say the whole list. But I don't often like talking about my whole list unless it's ISO or IoT, because I know a lot of people are going to FOMO in once I say something, and that's not the point. But, you know, it happens. So I just have to, I'm not a financial advisor. What do I know? Yada, yada, yada. You know, so make your own educated and informed decision. And, you know, things can go horribly wrong as they can go horribly right. But on crypto.com, I have, man, my account's approaching it. It's at an all-time high again. Holy fuck. Digibyte, Stellar, Zill, HBAR, Numer Air, which is an AI, IOTEX, Jasmy, Canto, and VeChain. IOTX and Jasmy created a partnership, so I'm trying to gain even more exposure there. I see Jasmy's down 6% today, so who knows if that would be a place to do some exposure there further. And my crypto.com portfolio is, first time went over 39,000 now on crypto.com. And that doesn't have my XRP healthcare, my VELO, my IOTA, my AMP. Doesn't have a lot of stuff. So to see that, I mean, holy moly. I mean, I'm pushing I don't want to speculate, but there is a chance I'm over 6 figures right now in my crypto portfolio. So I don't want to speculate on that, but it's definitely a real possibility, because my XRP that just on 10,000 is up to almost 25,000. I've got my XRP healthcare that's, it's probably not 100,000. It's probably near 75, 80 right now. Who knows? I don't really know. I don't want to speculate on it. But Julie's mom's here, so we're going to get going to the farmer's market soon. It's been a 45-minute update here this morning. Oh, and if you're looking for XRP healthcare, and it is volatile on Coinstore, but you can buy and sell it if you're looking to get out of it, or if you're looking to gain exposure to it. Go here. Coinstore on the bottom. They have XRP healthcare in the USA where you can buy and sell. So it's a way for you to get out of it if you want. You can do Cash App, PayPal, Venmo if you want to send a donation. You can always send a YouTube Super Chat or join Tom's Army. Nothing is hard. I do everything for free for a reason. So I want everybody to stay ahead. And let me just look real quick in the YouTube studio to see if we have any new members of Tom's Army, because I like to do this every single day on the live now. I talk about the members of Tom's Army. And if anybody's new or renewing on the current day that we're in. So if anybody's a new member today, or if they've renewed today, I will certainly say that. Kryptonian, thank you for the $5 donation on Cash App. Happy Saturday, you, my friend. That was very generous of you. Very, very generous. And like, I really appreciate everybody tuning in on the Saturday morning. I know it's not easy at 9 a.m., especially on the East Coast or Western Standard Time or the Western Time Zone. But I do appreciate it nonetheless. So we have had a few people already this morning. This is great. This is great. We've had a couple new members this morning already. Oh, no, that was from yesterday. It still shows. But this is still all the same. I'll repeat it because it's still the same day. It hasn't flipped yet. So beautiful ending. Thank you for rejoining for your 7th month with the XRP Predictor. 777 DW Brown if you're watching. And AK your fave if you're watching now or in the repeat. Thank you both for joining Tom's Army in the last 24 hours and getting that emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. And remember, that is my face superimposed on there. How great is that? What a loving community. What a, huh?
She gave you that thing
What thing?
with your face on it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, never mind.
My emoji badge is something I created, Mimi.
Oh, okay.
Well, I didn't create some, what the hell was her name? Amber? Yeah, Amber created that for me years, not your Amber.
Oh,
Amber, someone who's seen me on social media.
okay.
Like in 2019. So anyhow, everybody, that's what I got. XRP, make sure you remember that this breakout, and then I want to go to the farmer's market. I get more honey from the local bee growers and things like that. So, but XRP is starting to break out. As long as we hold $2.43 here, but ultimately $2.38. So don't be tricked. $2.38. Actually, it's about $2.33. But it should bounce out of here. If it bounces out of here, it's $3. That's your short target. If it breaks down, it's going to go down a little bit. If we lose $2.38, it's a problem. So right now it looks really good. So I appreciate everybody. Have a blessed day. Have a good one, everybody. And I suppose before I leave, because I keep getting the request too, and I haven't done it in a while, whether you're dark, gloomy, indifferent, or you just need a little motivation, ladies and gentlemen, let me get this set up. But I know what time it is. I think Julie knows what time it is. You know what time it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the sunny days are here again. Oh, sunny days. Oh, what a day. Oh, sunny days. Oh, what a day. I wear glasses 'cause I can't see a motherfucking thing. Happy days. Oh, happy days. Oh, what a day. Oh, I don't know what that is. Happy days. Oh, what a day. XRP will reign supreme. Let's just not get caught in the FUD. Oh, we're gonna crash and we did and we will and we won't and we may and we did and we will. Oh yeah. Stay true. Stay blessed. It's $3 coming tomorrow night. I don't know. It's a guess. But with Brad Garlinghouse coming on 60 Minutes, I don't know what happened. Is he Pinocchio? I don't think he has a stogie today. I think he turned into Pinocchio for some reason. He is telling the truth, though, because XRP is up 400%. So we definitely know he's telling the truth. And then, let's see. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. That's it, everybody. Have a blessed morning, and I will catch you all later. If you decide to stick around after.